USC UCLA. Jackson Dart in the shotgun set. Two receivers to his left, Lake McCree and Gary Bryant Jr. To the far side is Washington. The back is Ingram, and let's see what Dart does here on 1st and 10. 3 down linemen from the 25. Dart collapsed, doesn't get the snap, and now gets it, almost bobbles it, rolls near side. It's a design run, and he's dragged down from behind. Bo Calvert makes a TFL, a loss of 3. That's the guy who called them the little boys, and a big play off the edge. USC going backwards to open up the game.
Dart bobbled the snap and just had to try to get what he could, limit the damage for USC on play number 1. This is a big drive for USC. They need to take the momentum. They've played so much better when they can strike for touchdowns early.
Let's see if USC can get things going early. UCLA has been a terrific first quarter team, Eli. Can the Trojans keep their pace? Two receivers to the right. Chromo in motion from left to right. Dart in the gun on 2nd and 13 from the 22. He takes the snap, fires far sideline. Helmet high catch for Taj Washington outside the numbers at the sideline at the 34. That's a 12-yard pickup on 2nd and 13, and USC with a nice pickup. And it's now 3rd down and 1. A minute gone by, opening drive of the game. Trojans moving from the right hash. McCree and Washington to the right. UCLA showing blitz. They run that dual blitzing linebacker package. Dart sees it, now looks towards his sideline, hands on his hips. 2 red wrist straps for Dart. Those taped white sleeves on the back of his unit. Ingram's on his left hip. Bryant split out to the left. Here comes the blitz. Hand off to Ingram, looking for the 35. He spins across the 35, outside the hash marks, and gets to the 38. Bo Calvert, get him a map, because Ingram made a miss. It's 1st down.
Excellent run by Keontae Ingram. When there are blitzes, that opens up holes, and Keontae Ingram's ability to make defenders miss will be a key for USC all day long.
Yeah, Ingram has been one of the best backs, Eli, this year at making guys miss. 90% of his yards this season have come after contact. 13-19 and rolling. First quarter action, USC picks up their first down on their opening drive. They're at the 38. It's 1st and 10. Dart in the gun, 2 to his left. Malapei in motion. Blitz coming. Dart lets it go. Near sideline. Malapei the catch. Down the sideline to the 45. Across the 50. Outside the numbers. He's down to the 48 of UCLA. Malapei, who had an 100-yard rushing game last year against the Bruins, the only 100-yard rusher of the season, with a big-time catch and run, and the Trojans into Bruin territory here in South Central.
Keontae Ingram picked up a key block to give Dart time that helped him get it out to Malapei for the big gain.
Yeah, and Ingram's not usually a blocking back. 12:43 to go. Bryant to the far side with Washington. Those two had career high in receptions 2 weeks ago. Near side is forward on 1st and 10 from the 48. Dart drops back to throw. Wants to take a shot. Downfield, looking far sideline, incomplete. Taj Washington had to do some defense at the 15, as over there was Cameron Johnson, and Johnson had a better shot at that ball. And now the clock freezes at 12:29. It's 2nd and 10.
With UCLA's passing defense, USC wants Dart to take shots, but they have to be smart. You cannot afford to turn the ball over against UCLA, a team that has an explosive offense.
Bruins do force a lot of turnovers, and Jackson Dart has 3 picks this year. Trips to the right. It's Chromo, Michael Jackson, and Bryant. Near side is forward. 2nd and 10 from the 28. Dart arms in front of the 2 on his uniform, takes the snap, dumps it off to the flat. Ingram outside the numbers to the 45. Down the sideline to the 40. Gets up the 1st down. Tight ropes the sideline to the 20. Still going to the 15. And finally dragged down at the 15-yard line. Keontae with a big play out of the backfield, and USC is in the red zone with 12-11 and ticking in this first quarter. It's been the simple plays, Eli, getting guys in space. This is how the air raid's supposed to look.
The air raid is looking as well as it has done all season, and Dart is just getting the ball to his playmakers.
Those playmakers, Ford, Chromo, and Bryant to the left. Far side is Washington. They mark it at the 16, 1st and 10. Dart gives. Ingram looks for a hole. Shimmies and shakes in between the hash marks across the 15, and he's chopped down at the 12. That's good for 4 yards on 1st down. Almost rips half the chains off, and it's 2nd and 6. A packed house, Eli, a light haze over the clouds. You can barely see downtown, but it is absolutely beautiful here. 64 degrees. The band is playing in the near end zone, and there is gold and blue across the Coliseum. Trojans in the home unis, so are UCLA. We're playing at the Coliseum. Bryant and Washington to the left. The back is Ingram on 2nd and 6 from the 12. Dart drops back to throw. On a rope, fires near sideline, dropped. Outside the numbers at the 8. Washington saw that ball bounce off his hands and hit the all-natural grass. And with 11:05 to go in the first, up comes another third down. This one 3rd and 6.
USC has had trouble converting red zone opportunities into touchdowns. That drop is just so crucial. It brings up a 3rd and long when Washington could have made it a 3rd and short or even a first down.
Trojans 43% on the year in 3rd down. And Eli, you mentioned those red zone struggles. They're 10th in the conference and putting the ball in the end zone in the red zone. Now Lapea is the back. He's on the left hip of Dart. Dart has KD, Nixon, Malcolm Epps, and Washington to his right. Blitz coming from UCLA. Dart lets it go. Far pylon. Nixon leaps. Can't make the catch. Had his man one-on-one, and it looked like Eli Dart put that on the money. And the transfer from Colorado couldn't bring it in. And the red zone struggles continue. USC drives 63 yards, but they'll just kick a field goal for 3.
Jackson Dart.
Welcome to Sports Scene, everyone. I'm Carlo Jiménez, live in the Annenberg Media Center with Nicole Sheeran and Bonnie Tin-Sum.
USC football is gearing up.
The number 25 ranked USC men's basketball team is 3-0, and that's thanks to a 78-61 win yesterday over Florida Gulf Coast in the Dunk City reunion game, as head coach Andy Enfield made his return to Alico Arena for the first time since he coached the Eagles in 2013. Nicole, what were your takeaways from yesterday's win? We're just 2 days away from USC soccer's second-round matchup against Penn State. I caught up with junior midfielder Croy Bethune about her opening round hat trick and the Trojans' tournament run.
For this game, we just wanted to emphasize on starting fast and getting our goals out quick so we can defend on the back end. And this game against Penn State is going to be a big game, a good game. So we just need to continue to keep that energy and try to score first so teams don't have the advantage.
Because UNC loses, you guys get to stay home this week and you don't have to leave tomorrow to go all the way to North Carolina. How much of an advantage is that?
Yeah, I mean, it's always great having home games. And during this time in November, being at North Carolina would have been freezing, and a lot of people aren't used to that weather. So it would have been a very different aspect. But we would have left tomorrow just to get used to the time change and training and getting prepared. But gladly we're at home in our own beds, so handling business at home in front of our fans is always fun.
And then second half of the season for you has been really terrific. First 9 games, you had 6 goals, 3 assists. The last 10, you've got 10 goals and 6 assists. What kind of clicked for you midway through the season?
Just the momentum and energy. My teammates backing me up, putting me in positions to score and get those assists. And also my coaches just kind of emphasizing that we want more out of you. You've done great, but you can do more, so put it on the table.
Well, it will be really interesting, Nicole. Friday, 1:30, Trojans will welcome in the Nittany Lions from Penn State. They could play 2 home games this weekend. How do they ensure that with a win Friday afternoon?
The key to this win for the Trojans.
Well, that's all the time we have for Sports Scene today. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in, and thanks again to Eric Cromahoke and Croy Bethune for joining us on the show. Make sure to follow all our coverage on Twitter at @AndMediaSports. For Bonnie Tin-Sum and Nicole Sheeran, I'm Carlo Jiménez. We'll see you next time. Young to start with the ball. Brings it across the timeline for Oregon. In between the rings, Richardson hands off to Young. Heels at the S in the SC logo. Drives to the free throw line. A mid-range J, too strong. Peterson climbs the ladder and grabs the rebound. Trojans pushing the other way. Drew in between the legs. Crosses over on Young. Pirouettes in the paint. Fade away mid-range J. Drew Peterson knocks down the jumper. The largest lead of the night for Oregon is trimmed, and it's a 14-point advantage, 45-31, 30 seconds into the second stanza. Harmon, top of the arc, shovels to Young. In and out cross with the right hand. Young just 3 points in this game. He's averaging 20 in his last 3. Richardson at the free throw line with the team leading 19. Pulls it out against Agbong Polo. Wants to dance. Left-handed dribble. Uses a screen going right from Dante. Stops. Steps back. Rips through at the right elbow. Hands off to Harmon. Mid-range pull-up jumper from the nail. Got it. Harmon a deuce. He's up to a dozen. Here with a minute gone by in the second half. It's 47-31. USC with the ball down by 16. Trojans looking for somebody else to give them help on the offensive end outside of Ellis and Mobley, who have 23 of the 31. In the free throw line, Peterson trying to do it. Mid-range jumper and a foul. And Drew Peterson heads to the free throw line to shoot 2. Peterson, a 63% free throw shooter. He's been hot from outside the arc in his last couple of games. Drew is 9 for 20 from distance in his last 4. He started the season 0 for 10. 18:51 to go. Trojans taking on an Oregon team that got their first win over a top 5 opponent since 1976 on Thursday as Peterson hits the first free throw. And they have a chance to do it twice in 3 days here against the 5th-ranked Trojans. Of course, that ranking coming before the loss to Stanford on Tuesday. Drew hits both free throws. USC 4 for 6 from the line today as the Ducks bring it into the front court, leading 47-33. Harmon, far wing extended, a left-handed dribble, gets a step on Ellis. Outside the smile, pump fakes, looks for cutters, rips through and feeds straight on for Young. Peterson one-on-one against Jacob Young. He puts it on the deck, moving right around a Dante screen, steps back, crosses over to left hand, feeds the left baseline. Bounce past Dante, right block, and a foul on Goodwin on the rip-through. We'll put 20 on the shot clock and give Oregon the ball underneath. 18:29 to play. Trojans and the Ducks, second and third in the Pac-12 preseason poll. UCLA was number 1. So this is a top-tier matchup here on this Saturday night. Far corner Richardson just inside the three-point line, drives to the paint, kicks it Young. He rips through, dances on Peterson, gets Peterson to touch the earth. Left-handed layup, no. Offensive rebound, Dante. And then a foul on the rebound. Peterson slapping the arms of Dante. Boy, Young had Peterson on the ground, a killer crossover, but then missed the bunny. All flash, no finish. And so Oregon inbound underneath again, 8:18 to go, 47-33, Ducks lead with the ball. Harmon looking to inbound, throws it up top for Guerrier. Tipped it first by Peterson. Guerrier gets the ball, left-handed layup, short. Good to win the rebound after the nice defense. Trojans in transition, down by 14. Ellis, who had 14 first half point, inside the paint, right-handed floater, misses it short, and a rebound for Harmon. Oregon pushing the other way. Harmon with a shooting sleeve on that right arm, flips to Richardson, steps into what looks like a three, then puts it on the deck, drives into the lane, and lays it up with the right hand. 21 points for Will Richardson, 5 away from a career high. Far wing three, Agbon Polo in transition, rims around and out, and Guerrier, keeping Mobley off of him with his left hand, brings in the rebound with the right. 17:40 to go, 49-33, Ducks matching their largest lead of the game. Dante at the right block, outside the paint, goes up over Goodwin, finishes off glass, and it's a 51-33 Oregon advantage, 18 points. Trojans with the ball, Ellis trying to keep USC afloat. Inside the paint, right-handed floater, off glass and down, Boogie with 16, and USC back within 16. Oregon with the ball, Andy Enfield 2 steps onto the court in that red quarter zip, screaming towards the referees. He wanted to travel on the last Oregon offensive possession against Dante. Richardson far wing, bounce past Dante left block, ISO against Goodwin. Nobody comes to help. It's 1 versus 1. Skip pass far corner, Jacob Young, pump fakes a 3. Peterson flies by, steps into a long 2, rattles in and out, rebound Agbon Polo, Trojans get lucky. USC the other way with the ball, down by 16. Ellis, one-on-one with Harmon, feeds for Goodwin, left elbow. Chavez with just 2 points after scoring 20 on Thursday night. Drew Peterson heels the three-point line, eyes the rim, far wing Isaiah Mobley, in front of Andy Enfield, and a foul. Mobley gets called on the foul, ripping through. 16:39 to go, 51-35. Guerrier calling for his second. As Eric Williams checks in, and Will Richardson with his team-leading 21 points on 7 for 10. Heads to the bench. Ellis to inbound. He slaps the orange ball with his right hand, floats to Mobley in front of his own bench. In between the rings for Peterson. Trojans down by 16. This matches the largest lead of the night for Oregon. Ellis heels the logo, crosses over, bent over at the waist, behind the back in those red KD shoes. Drives down the left alley with 6 to shoot, with 5 to shoot. Ellis maneuvering underneath. Goodwin throws it down. A pretty find from Ellis. An easy dunk for Goodwin. And with 16 to go in this second half, it's a 14-point Oregon lead, 51-37. Far wing extended. Harmon, downstairs right block for Dante. He spins baseline, steps back to the right, and finishes underneath the rim. And finally, Dante going to work today. 10 points for him, and Oregon with a 53-37 lead. Trojans with the ball. Ellis straight on. One-on-one with Guerrier. Almost lost the ball. Snakes inside the lane. Far wing Agbon Polo. Eyes Mobley underneath. Feeds for Ellis around a screen from Goodwin. Bounce pass looking for Agbon Polo. Instead feeds Mobley. Far wing extended. Feeds to Max. Right wing catch and shoot 3. Short. And a rebound into the hands of Guerrier. Goodwin hits the deck on the rebound. Oregon's got 5 on 4. Young realizes it. Drives to the lane. Left-handed layup. High off the glass and down. Timeout Andy Enfield. 18 points. The Oregon lead. 55-37. The Ducks shooting 56% from the field and dominating the Trojans here at the Galen Center. It's all Oregon.